I was maybe 13 when I started getting into studios. But before that, we had the mad books with the lyrics. You cram the lyrics and sing the song.
The Westlife and
Westlife, yes, and all of that.
Okay.
So, but mine was that there's always church, choir singing and stuff. Yeah.
Now, you'd never had interest in music. Finally, suddenly you found yourself in need to develop the interest, and then you're part of a record label. You're a co-founder of a record label. You release some great songs. It's making wave online. People start calling you for concerts and events. Fans here and there. Did you ever think you'd get this big?
No, not like did I ever. I didn't spend time thinking about it.
Okay.
The concept I have about getting big is that I know I'm putting in the best work. I know that I'm also very talented, and getting big will eventually. That's the least result I can get from it.
Okay.
Right. So I always saw it as as a woman grows and I'm going to get married. You get
eventually.
Yes, you know that. You know what? Eventually, it's gonna. Maybe when you're 20, you're not thinking, oh my God, but you know that at some point I'm gonna get married.
Okay.
So that's how getting big for me
was.
It's like, eventually it's gonna come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then now you're big, popping is everywhere. My siblings, I tell you, like they loved it so very much, right? Now you're having fans. How did you feel about that? Seeing your work out there, seeing you be celebrated, and you're definitely putting smiles on a lot of people's faces.
I don't know how I feel about it, because I like to be very grounded.
Okay.
If I get a lot of praise, I really divide it into 1,000 and then and then take that little and keep, because it surprises me that people are really going to love me. Like it surprises me, like, okay, they like me, okay, cool. Yes.
Okay.
It's not like, oh my God, I must stop.
Okay, I see. Yeah. So now there was this rumor that came out.
Yes.
You and Tite, that you guys were a couple. How true?
Me and
your manager.
Yes, at the time, me and my manager were a couple, but we did not announce it to people so that it does not either affect the work or affect our personal lives or anything. So yeah. So at the time, yes.
How long did it last? How long was it?
For a couple of years, I couldn't tell you that.
Wow.
Yes,
okay. So he's your manager, he's your man. How was it like? Like, how are you guys blending the two?
It was heavy, and given how young I was, it was very heavy for me to handle. So at some point, I was like, yes, it was a lot, because it's not easy to work with somebody. And showbiz, we're traveling together. We're on stage. I'm on stage. He's just behind there. And we're in a relationship.
You're so tired, you needed some space.
Yes, it was a bit. Given that I was maybe 19, 20. So yes, then. But we're still very cool friends. He's somebody who took my career personally. Even after we stopped working together, if he had an opportunity, he would call. I would also call him to say, yo, I want to do this. What do you think? Because he sees my career, or we see my career as that thing that we started, that if it doesn't go well, we both feel like, we failed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So then why did you leave for Mega Records?
So at some point we had issues with our investor. The music industry is not easy. You're not making profits. He was not making profits. We're not making enough money to even pay the bills correctly, right? And then the investor was not making profits, and so even if it was you investing in something and it wasn't making sense because we only worked for like a year or so, maybe at that time it was not the best thing, and so little glitches here and there, we had an issue, and the things come to an end. I
know, but now it's your record label. Why didn't you see the need to continue with it? Why did you leave it for Sevens Music?
Well, at the time it was just me then, right, with my manager, and we needed proper investments, right? So moving to Stevens was like, you know what, we cannot handle this. We can always come back to this thing.
Okay.
But the growth of the career is a lot more important than
The growth
the
of the
label,
Mhm.
right? So maybe sign with these people,
Okay.
and if your career be in a better place, you'll be a lot more consistent with releasing music. You'll be a lot more out there, because when you do not have resources, you cannot shoot. Yes, you can record music, but if you cannot shoot and release
can
music and be
distribute.
consistent and stuff, because also I suffered from that, because at some point I fell back because of lack of investment. So we're like, okay, the career, the artist is the project, not the label.
True.
Right now we cannot finance a label.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Stevens Music came in.
Yep.
So what was the contract like?
I cannot really disclose the contract, I'm sorry, but the contract was the contract.
How many years was it?
I cannot tell you that as well. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's meant to be in depth. You're supposed to tell us everything. Give us exclusives.
I know, but then at the end of the day, there's a trade-off of every information that you give out in this life. There's a trade-off. Whatever you open your mouth to say. I like to say what I can back up.
Okay.
I like to say what I do not need to defend. So if I say it, know that I don't care.
Okay.
But if I say it and I know that it has some
backlashes and stuff.
brackets,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, it's not necessary.
Okay.
The drama is not. But yeah, I was in Stevens Music for 3 years, because after 3 years, I try to make analysis. Even after 3 years, you should be able to get a degree, or you're sure to get a degree the next year. At least after your 3rd year, if you have failed some courses, you know, okay, I failed 3 courses, I can finish these 3 courses next year, and then I'm done. So after 3 years, I evaluated my career and my personal life as a woman, and my age and everything, and I was like, it's time.
It's time.
You should move.
Okay.
And if it's not working well for you, because I moved there, remember we had our little Omega records which we could manage with. But if I move in here for the sake of a consistent career, right, and trying to better my art, and it's not working well for both of us, it's better we
Just
lay down peacefully, right, as peaceful as possible, so that at least you still have human relationship at the end.
Okay. Yeah. Now, how would you describe the journey in Stevens Music?
It was a ruckus, given that 2020 also came and things were just crazy. Everything just went down to zero. The songs that I'd recorded when I was in Omega Records, we released an EP. We were off to a good start, but also there was a fact that they wanted me to try other sounds of music, another sound, because at the end of the day, it's a business and they want to make it profitable. They believe in a certain sound and they wanted us to try that. We tried that and it gave some results, but it was not where I wanted to be as an artist. People love pop it. Why don't I just be consistent with that sound and build an audience rather than break into another route and have to start from scratch? Because then I'm starting from zero. It's like being somebody else. Being yourself is easy because you're not starting from zero. You already know yourself from
way back.
Yes.
You even know where you're headed.
But when you have to be somebody else, you're starting from zero and you'll never meet up with them. True. Ever. Yes, you're always going to be a step behind or several steps behind. Okay. So that, and I was like, I would have gotten a job. I studied economics. I did music because I love to do music. It's my passion and I feel like, okay, I can build a career off of it as well. But if I'm into music, I should be able to still enjoy it at the end of the day and do the music that I feel like is what is coming from inside. And I would like to work with people who believe in me. Because if you get into a company and people sign you on or employ you because you're Darling Nyonga used to do her stuff on another TV, right? And we love that stuff. So we need Darling Nyonga to come in. So Darling Nyonga comes in and you're like, okay, no, you know what? Don't do what you've always been doing. Do this. And you're like, but why did you
call for feedback? Yeah, you would have gotten someone who knows who can do
exactly.
that. Okay.
So it was more like that, and we had to have arguments about it. I won't say fights and stuff, but artistic direction wise, because also my fans were also like, yo, we don't know you anymore. And stuff, and they were like, no, don't bother, they're just talking. I'm like, no, these are the people I'm singing for.
True.
If they're complaining, then what am I supposed to do? So there was that. Then 2020, everything was moving. Everything was just there, and I really was not seeing it happen. Right? I recorded songs. I recorded songs that I would have liked to release, but they would say, "Oh, these are good songs, but we don't think it's going to work in Cameroon." And I'm like, okay, if my sound does not work for Cameroon, let's take it where it can work. No, you have to start here first, but I have to start here first and do what does not look like me or identify me as an artist. And then when I make it, even if it's in this style, if I'm going back to my genre, I have to start from scratch.
Okay.
I'd rather build bit by bit until I get there than to. So we had that little thing. It wasn't a fight that caused anybody to be angry, but it was a constant. And I was like, at some point, I'm going to start blaming you for things you're not doing or for things you're not allowing me to do. And at some point, you're going to start blaming me for maybe you're feeling like this is the best thing for your career. And I'm saying, why don't we try this? You're going to think I'm being ungrateful, or you're going to think I'm not listening. You're going to think I'm just being stubborn or something. So maybe let's just stop it here before it gets too bad to be fixed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm still on your journey at Steven's Music. Now at some point when your first song came out, we're like, okay, she's definitely trying to sound like Daphne. Yeah. And so to you, did you ever? Okay, you've said it that they were trying to make you feel like Daphne and stuff. Like you didn't mention the name though, but I mean, if you look at Daphne was ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking at it genre-wise. Music sound-wise, right? If I do dancehall, everybody knows it's me. If I do something else, I have to start from scratch like an artist. And of course, that style of music was a style of music curated for Daphne. It was curated for her by Mr. Leo, and Mr. Leo is the one who wrote the songs. So if you sing, I have a different voice from her. I have a very different voice from her. But if you're singing in that style, I will not blame people for saying, "Oh my God, you sound like her." I totally get it. Just like, for example, Rihanna just released a song now. It was written by Thames, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, she sounds like Thames." You get. So it's not. But initially, when I heard Thames come out, I was like, Thames sounds like Rihanna. You get. But when Thames wrote it and Rihanna has not released music for 6 years and stuff, right? Then she releases this song written by Thames. Since they have almost the same tone of voice, it's like, oh my God, she sounds like Thames. No, Thames sounds like Rihanna. So
there's a mix of that confusion.
So I will not blame people saying, oh, but what would have made me feel a little bad is that, oh, she's trying to copy
Daphne.
You get. So I'm like,
but that was what was out there.
That was so hard. That was the painful
take over
part.
From Daphne's position at Stevens.
Exactly. So that was never it, honey. I did not see myself singing that.
Okay.
I never saw myself doing that genre of music. I always knew I'll either do dancehall, maybe Afrobeat, some R&B, but I did not see myself doing that. All my songs before that had nothing to do with that style. Even when I wanted to do, because in the EP that I released, they had that style of music, but I came in them like Pepe. I wrote Pepe in trying to listen to the sound that was out there and bring it in my style. And Pepe was something that I wrote by myself. And other songs, Dolo and stuff, those songs where, okay, this is the genre that's playing out there. How can Ewube come into the genres? That's how I wrote those songs.
Okay.
So, but a song, if the same person writes your songs between the two of you and your two female artists in the same label, people are going to say you're trying to copy. They will not say, oh my God, they're paying the same person to write their songs.
Yeah.
No. They're going to say she wants to come and take over. And my mom will know how annoying this is to me, because one thing she always says to me is, you never compete with anybody. I literally don't care what the next person is doing in my life.
Okay.
So this is one compliment my mom always gives me. She says, I like you because you're never looking at anybody's thing. Like, oh, you always you work for your own stuff and you look at your direction. I could really praise somebody doing well where they are and be like, oh my God, that's so cool. How did you come about it? But not to copy you, but to inspire myself to, okay, means if she can do well on her lane, I can do really well on mine. So my mom will understand how annoying that is to me, because I remember in church when she used to say, oh, you go to church, your friends don't wear this and you wear that. I went and bought the highest heels. Because why are you comparing me to other people?
Yeah.
So that was it. That was that little.
But did it affect your relationship with Daphne?
No, actually no, it did not. I think towards the end even we got closer. Like we got to understand that, oh, we're both artists in the same label. If anybody is supposed to be angry with anybody, we should be coming together because we are artists, we are women, we are, you know,
we stand for each other.
Yes. So that
but
was,
why wasn't there any collaboration between you two? Because that was one thing we all were hoping to see.
you know, it's one, it was time. Two, it was COVID. We actually have a song that was going to be on my album.
Okay.
Yes. So time, COVID, everybody has their own career and personal stress. And you know, when you're in the same label, you're like, who do it?
Yeah, there's enough time.
Who do it?
Okay.
You get, because you're not seeing anything. When we're ready, we'll do it. And then we eventually, it's not like we didn't want to work together. We actually have something that we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you've been in the industry for the longest time.
Yeah.
And still in the game, you're still in the game. Renew comes in, Kameni comes in.
Yeah.
They're getting the spotlight. How did you feel?
First off, I feel great. I'm happy that there are more female artists coming in. First of all, because at first it was me, Daphne, maybe Blanche. At the time, Montez. You know, we were few. Like the guys were killing it, and we were just there. And you know, so now, first off, I'm happy that there are many artists coming, female artists, and they're getting good recognition. You understand? That's really it to me.
Okay.
I really do not compare my journey to another person's, because there's a way I believe my life is that God has put it together. Yes. So I know I have the concept of, if you're busy looking at something what the other person is doing, you're not going to be doing your own. You get. And I also have this concept of time. When it is your time, right? When it is your time, there's nothing like everybody will try everything and not, you get. So when people have their time, I celebrate them and I say, well done, you go. You get. And I'm hoping, well, I don't hope, when is my time, whether you celebrate me or not, it's my time. You get. So have your time, make great use of it. That's why I always say.
Like right now, girl, it's so your time, you know. Like you're everywhere. I'll just go from one block to another, and Ewube, you know, the Waxy thing, the open mic production. But before that, so why do you think you've been so underrated?
First off, I do not know. Number one, I do not know. Let's say maybe my style of music is not very, very accepted. When I started music, I started in the Southwest region, and I believe I started in the Anglophone zone, and I believe that those are the people that really made me. Because when they pushed me there, that's when everybody else got to know me. But the Anglophone zone is very accepting of dancehall music or international music, right? But we're not many enough to push a big trend. And we criticize each other a lot, you know. We're not saying, oh my God, we're few in number, so this is our few, we make a make count.
Yeah.
We're seeing that few, still criticizing ourselves, you understand? On the other hand, when you cross the pond and you're here, there's a lot of musical influence that's different. Makossa, Bikutsi, Coupe de Calais, now we have Bole, you understand? Now, a dancehall artist in the midst of Makossa, we could sing Bole,
rap, and
you get, and the only dancehall artist. If there were 10 dancehall artists in this country doing dancehall, strictly dancehall, people may not know as much about the other sounds, but the
okay,
you get it.
Yeah.
So I would give that one as a hypothesis. I'm not saying that's the main reason, and yes, my sound is a lot more very international. It's different as well. So maybe I'll say that. Another reason is you guys are not supporting me enough. But it's not about the support your own thing. I feel like if you love me enough, you carry my music. I play people's songs because I love the songs. If you love me enough, you play my music. That's that on that, right?
Okay.
If you're busy criticizing me enough and too much, and then come and say, "Oh my God, you're so underrated." No, honey.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I understand.
So usually when people are like, "Oh my gosh, she's the most underrated artist," I'm like, please don't piss me off. Because if you wanted me to be highly rated, it's your sharing, it's your, oh my God, it will be really something. Did you hear it? Because when my favorite artist release something, I'll be there streaming
and sharing and inviting
like
people.
Did you hear, like when Beyonce comes out, Renaissance is coming, Beyonce is releasing. All my friends, do you know that Beyonce is releasing? Beyonce should not stress me up.
Became the manager. Okay.
You know, so stuff like that. So I think by God's grace, I'll get to the level where my fans can show up for me like that and show out.
Okay.
I believe like the Cameroonian audience as well should be ready to accept its artists and carry its artists. We're always waiting for somebody international. Everybody heard that I was signed to a South African record label, and all of a sudden everybody knows me.
Yeah.
At first they know you, but nobody's gonna say that they know you. Now all of a sudden
they want to be affiliated.
They want to tag Open Mic Productions. They want to tag Ewube. They want to, you know. But I've been here. You get. I'm not saying that I hold a grudge against anybody. I'm just saying that we should learn to be the originators of our stars from here. Because I know for a fact that I'm going to make it. I know. Yeah, right now people are like, oh my God, you're there. No, I'm not there. I'll be there. When I get there, we will both know.
Okay.
We will both know. But it would be nice to say your people celebrated you. They did all they could for you. And then boom, you're this. Because by God's grace, I make it to that level with a South African label. Cameroon is going to claim me, true. Yeah. But honestly, me and you both do not like anybody who comes to celebrate your success just at the point of it and was not ready to
be there when you were struggling.
Exactly.